What's up, you guys and girls? This is Tim Trevor, the managing editor of the Diecast Collector. Tonight, depending on what part of the world you're from, we're doing a kind of little package video. The one right here, this is the main week, this is the midweek, this is the late week. Don't worry, I'll put everything in the description. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. Also, I did get a car yesterday, or I did get a car on Sunday, the Thunderbolt I told you all about. I got the Thunderbolt in, so I'll do a separate video on that soon. Probably maybe this weekend if I feel up to it. Guys and girls, I do have a little bit of update. And I'm not going to go and try to go into the insurance side of things and all that good stuff. I'm not going to go into it because this is not what it's designed for. So yesterday I talked to my bestie. My bestie and I were talking, and we were talking about my mouth. So my bestie found a paperwork for me for some kind of credit, a credit thing. I'm not going to elaborate into that. It's like a credit card, but it's for other things like medical wise, all that good stuff. I'm not going to go into all that. Anyway, so that's where we're waiting on hear back from there. And then also my bestie, it's a she. She also called a few other places and did not get no answer, so she's going to try to call back tomorrow, find out more info on that. Anyway, there's other areas that I'm not going to go into because of personal reasons, and I don't want to share it on here. Sorry, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful or rude. I'm just trying to be. There's some other parts of it I'm not going to be able to release due to that personal reasons. So there's other insurance that I'm going to look into and see if we can get some better plans for that as well, and get my coverage a little bit more up. So that's another reason why I'll just say it like that and leave it like it is. Update: yes, the mouth is still a little tender, still sore, still feeling a little bit of the tooth pulsating. That's just because of sometimes the blood or the gum going through the actual area of my mouth, but it's not giving me the phantom pains like it does every once in a while, but it's been very temporarily off. So it's kind of a good thing. So also another thing, so that's another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. So, and this is not going to be about hygiene and all that stuff. I'm not going into that. I'm just providing a little bit of update. I don't know how it's going to go next week. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the schedule I had before or try to go ahead and do 4 on Tuesday and 3 on a Thursday. I may go with that for quite some time, guys, girls. Don't get me wrong. Or I can always go back and pre-record something on Monday, put it out, or pre-record something on Sunday, put it out on Monday, and then go like that. Or I could do it like this and just pre-record everything in one swoop shot and just send it out that way. I'm going to look into the options of that right now. Because the way my mouth is, guys and girls, you have to understand, I have a very sensitive mouth. So it really sensitive. My mouth is very, very sensitive right now. So not going into all the other stuff with the hygiene and all that, but my mouth is very, very sensitive. It is super sensitive when I get that kind of feeling going on. But I'll tell you this right now, and I will say, and I'm going to be 110% transparent, I do have a high tolerance of pain at being 39. I'm not shy to say that. I'll tell you straight up. Yesterday, I was about to tap out to the pain and I want to get pulled. But I don't have the cash right now to do it. So I don't know what's going to happen now until next month. We just wait and see. There will probably be some time going to be taking from it. But like I said, I'm going to try to address this as quickly as possible with my mouth. But I'm providing you all a little update. I'm still trying to shoot for the last week of March for the episode to be coming out, which would be that Tuesday of the last week, full week before the last week, where it's the 31st. So last week of the calendar year in March, the last full week, not the 3 days, but the last full week, which that's rapidly approaching really quick. So we're gonna do that, or I may make an adjustment and just go ahead and shoot the videos for it and get it out faster. Because like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen now until next month. This thing can come back real fast. Knock on wood if it doesn't, but I'm just saying in general. But I did do some year. I want to re-correct myself on the other video. I meant to say earwax removal. It didn't come out like that in the other video. So I put earwax removal in my ear, and I did it last night. It drained it out, so it relieved some of the pressure in my earlobe to connect to my jaw, but it's my jawline itself is very, very sensitive. So I just wanted to provide a little bit of clarity and clarify any kind of miscommunication or misinformation, I should say. But we were going to try, or I'll keep y'all posted on that. As well, health-wise, I'm doing fine outside of my mouth. It's kind of tender at the moment. Like I said, I do feel these little bit of pulsating times where it's a little painful, but it dull out. So basically that, and I'm gonna let y'all know this a little bit right now before we do wrap it up, because I'm not gonna be on here that quick. I want to let y'all know my body will start telling me things. That's why I'm so listening to what my body is telling me. What that gave me yesterday was a dead warning that I have to get that tooth taken out before it really gets bad. So for right now, I'm going to try to pivot. And again, this is that where I talked about before, pivot and shift, or shift and pivoting. So I'm shifting and pivoting to figuring out if this is going to be the best solution going forward until I get this taken out, or do I take the whole week off and don't put a video? Because that's originally what the plan was going to be this week. Believe it or not. It was going to be where I wasn't going to do no videos this week, but I couldn't do that to y'all because y'all love my videos so much. So I decided, I'm like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do that. So, in the blog, on the blog channel, on the short that I made, I will put everything in the title. I'll put one in the title and put everything in the description box on that. And that goes for this video as well as the short. I don't know which one it will be. You'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys and girls, I hope everyone enjoys this little video I put out. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. You got the early week, mid-week, and late week feature coming at you. This will be posted tonight on Wednesday, and it'll go out on a Thursday, so stay tuned for that. You'll see the post-date part of that and stuff. But like I said, I wanted to provide a little bit more update, a little more clarity, and some misinformation I said. So like I said, I put earwax removal in my right ear to drain it. Next month, I'm going to do the same thing on this ear to get it out, to get whatever I need to get out. That way, you're supposed to really do that once a year. So I'm kind of giving y'all a little heads up and stuff. But like I said, I will get that tooth taken out as quickly as possible. Stay tuned for that. I'll provide more info when that comes out to y'all, when I get everything finalized. That part is going to take some time. And for disclosure, I'm not going to mention a whole lot of information about like the insurance and stuff like that. Can't talk about that on here because it's a YouTube thing. and I don't want that stuff to be leaked out. So I can kindly talk about it, but I can't go into all the details on the other stuff and the procedures and all that good stuff. And I can just talk about roughly light stuff, but not too much, and I'm not going to get into the details on certain things because I'm not going to. But anyway, we are still going to be talking about first responders and also education soon. That video will be coming out soon. It's a TBD right now. I'm going to work on that and see what I'm going to put that out. I may put it out early just because in the event of this tooth starts bothering me again. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'll look at the calendar when I go to put this stuff out. So we'll see all that stuff. Or I'll talk more about that stuff when I get the actual date put out. For just a reminder, next week, I'm thinking about doing the update to the channel, the 64 Ford Thunderbolt. I'll talk more about that probably on Tuesday. So that'll be a Tuesday video coming for y'all. So stay tuned for that. But I don't know what's going to happen next week. I'm not going to figure that out until probably next week when I get everything set and all that stuff. But anyway, guys, I will let y'all go. I'm going to let myself go. I'm going to get this stuff put out. That way everything will be everything will be put out, and I can get this stuff going. Put these out for Facebook and Twitter, and then this will go out on YouTube as well. Till next time, guys and girls, this is Tim Traver from the managing editor of the Diecast Collective. We're out.